Hello and welcome to the Pray for Death 2 playthrough slash walkthrough, where I'll be taking you through the Pray for Death 2 mod for Prey 2017. It is one of my favorite games with my favorite mod, honestly, makes the game way better. This mod is a hardcore expansion mod that makes the game very difficult by adding new enemy variants, new RNG, environmental hazards, blocking things, again, new enemy types altogether. And yeah, it just makes it a lot more difficult. So I'll be kind of just playing through it and then also kind of walking you through how I do it and explaining some things. You can also find a written guide on the Steam forums. Just go to Prey on Steam and click on the guides button and it should be there. Yep. So anyway, we'll get started. This will be a nightmare with all survival options enabled. So let's just get into it. Yep. So this mod, it's pretty nice. It skips the first day, so you just get straight into it. Yeah, so all enemies are a bit tougher. They have more health, more damage. They see a bit better. Some have new abilities, like the Nightmare has just about every single Typhon power, and new ones. So, they are an actual threat that you want to avoid at all cost. Or kill them, because they have some pretty freaking good loot. So, the main thing you're going to want to do is make sure you collect every single piece of resource, scrap, everything that you can get, every material that you can get your hands on. Crafting is much more expensive and also limited. So in the base game, you find a license for an item, like a medkit, and you can craft that medkit as many times as you want. And here, if you find a license for a medkit, you get one license for it. If you want to make a second medkit, then you will have to find a second license for it. Crafting is much more expensive, so just make sure you're gathering everything that you can. Make sure you gather all the food that you can get. That'll be your main way of healing. I like to save medkits for emergencies, so save the medkits for later.
It's time we spoke. My code name is Jim. You're not dreaming. What happened yesterday was real. If you want to know what's going on,
Just gonna run around, click on scrap. First thing you're gonna want to do is to go into this room. And you're gonna want to go up here and grab the best weapon in the game. Your best friend, the stun gun. This thing will save your life more times than I can count. Make sure you read every note, get all the passwords you can get, read every email. They're all gonna be useful later on. And so the safe right here also has, the password is 5150. And you can get some good materials with that in a med kit. Alright, so continue back around here. Click some extra resources. Sometimes there could be a mimic here, so be careful. It might surprise you. Click all the resources you can get. And then that's new. This might be part of the RNG environmental hunters. Sometimes the doorways will be partially blocked like this, I guess. Permanently blocked, so you'll have to go away around another way. Sometimes there are radiation hazards where there usually aren't. And there's a new hazard called psychotic dampening or something. Basically, it prevents you from using your Typhon powers while within the range. Make sure you grab that med kit. It's going to come in very handy use later. And here's our first mimic. The mimics are much faster, they dodge a lot more often, and they attack much more often as well.
be careful what you pick up.
So mimics are actually a threat now. They do much more damage. They do about 40 damage on a surprise attack and 20-ish on a normal. So they can very quickly kill you. There's another mimic. There's one more mimic that should be a coffee cup under here. Pick up all the trash you can get. Chauvin, no. You ain't looking too good anymore, man.
No one has been able to stop the mimics from multiplying since they broke containment. I'm going to help you stay alive. Just a little further.
Resources. Spare parts are very useful. Make sure you're collecting each and every one of those that you find. You're going to need them to repair your weapons and repair your turrets, which are going to be your rest friends. More on those later. Alright. Get all the mimics in here. Cover the flowers. Organic material can be pretty rare in the early game, so make sure you're collecting lots of that. We're going to leave that door locked, and we're actually going to go up here and pick up these few extra resources, and we're going to bring this with us. We're going to use that in a second. Here's our first phantom. And finally, we can get our glue gun.
There, in the foyer. Grab the Neuromod you see in the display case. Normally it's a fake, but I swapped in a real one for you. The Neuromods are critical. You won't survive without using them to install new aptitudes. I've already updated your transcribe with the list you requested. Take a look.
Alright. So, as you can see here, another random hazard. Any junction box can be broken, so that causes a bit of the issue. In a previous run, I had the junction box right outside my office broken, and that one was very annoying to deal with. We'll just kill this mimic right here. There should be one more. But they can also be useful, as you see. 3 mimics were killed by it, so... And yes, that does say Magnum animation. There are brand new weapons, as well as weapon variants. Magnum being one of them. So, we'll just gather all this stuff right here. Grab our Neuromod, and you may want to use your Neuromod right away, but as you can see, you cannot, as things are 2 to 3 times more expensive. Which is a big hazard. Go in here, loot all this stuff. Make sure you listen to all transcribes, as they can also give you more codes.
Where are you? Hiding. I'm in the conference room. I can't.
Jesus, you're still in the lab?
I can't get out. There's.
So we're gonna go back and pick up the explosive canister that we left behind.
What's happening? But Robert, you have to get out of there.
So
Come
leverage
downstairs. Someone said
could be
we're not
useful to, you know, get into places like that bathroom that's blocked. However, I don't think it's the most useful thing to get, as there are many other things that you will need very early, as early as possible, like repair, which I'll explain later. But there are usually always other ways to get around these type of areas. You just wedge an explosive canister in there. You use your stun gun to set it off. you can usually open up the area. So leverage has its uses. I would recommend, leverage 1 at some point. But overall, I wouldn't recommend anything above leverage 1. You can see on my Steam written guide that I have a whole list of what upgrades you should go for and when you should go for them. There's usually a mimic in here. Maybe I killed... Oh, I got killed by the electric thing, probably, before I got in here. That's nice. Alright. So we're going to go to the second floor, because we need something that's up there. We need a little bit more of the stun gun ammo. Again, like I said, the stun gun is your best friend, and the more ammo you have for it, the better. So, these are right here. Open that up if you want. Should be a couple more resources back here. Repair kit. I think I'm gonna go back and get another explosive canister to bring into that blocked area that you just saw. So let's go back and get one. I think I saw one over here. Put out that fire real quick. Okay, it wasn't back here. I believe it's down there. So we'll grab that and we'll bring it with us. And we'll use it to get into that area. Like I said, leverage is not the most useful thing. It has its uses. But for the most part, yeah, there's always another way around. So, also for this game, there are a few events that are set to a timer, unfortunately. I'll explain the next one. The second one that happens when we get in the lobby, because that's where it takes place. But this first event should be coming up pretty soon. This first event isn't too bad. Right? It's more of a warning for what's to come. But basically, there are these things called solar storms. After an hour and 15 minutes or so into your playthrough, you'll have your first one, where basically the entire station's lights will shut down, and if you are in any open area that is exposed by a window to the outside, you will take radiation damage. And here's the broadcast right here.
Seek shelter. Magnetosphere shielding is down. Solar particle event will result in lethal radiation across Talos 1 in approximately 60 minutes.
Yep, so... Damn, I made that thing that made it worse. Yeah, but for a set amount of time, station lights will go out. If you are in any open area exposed to the outside by a window, you will take crazy amounts of radiation damage that will kill you in about 5 seconds. So you have to stay in a closed off area, and during this time, there is a increased chance of solar phantoms spawning. So be careful for those. So, unfortunately, the explosive thing did not work. So what I think we're going to do instead is wedge this trash can and try to get them to open up. Kind of like that. Hopefully that was enough. I think that was. Not quite, not quite. I think that just made things worse there. Yeah. Wedging is always a good idea. There we go. we get some good resources up here. And then, of course, this unfortunately is locked, so you can't get anywhere else, but it's one of these resources up here. Got this and that, and then this corpse. So I'm not going to go down that way, because I would probably break my legs. And we do not have the propulsion system yet, so, yeah. Alright, so also, let me explain the new saving system. As soon as I get out of here. There we go. If you ever get blocked on one of those, you can slide through it. Anyway, so auto saves and manual saves are disabled, as you can see. Cannot save. You can load, but I don't have any saves to load. But anyway, saves only occur inside of your office, Alex's office, and the cargo control center, where all the survivors are in the cargo area. Saves will also happen whenever you enter a new zone for the first time. So if I enter the lobby, it will save. And there's items called saving cards, where if you go to a security terminal, you can consume a saving card to save your game. So it makes things a bit more tense, but can be frustrating if you loot an area and die, which is why I recommend, and also the creator recommends, that you first do any story-related stuff, save, and then loot the area. So that way you're not looting over and over and over. Alright, and here is your second best friend. Probably even more best friend than the stun gun, is the turrets. First turret over here is the flamethrower turret. Does very high damage, very fast, at very close range, and ignites them as well. Unfortunately, it is broken. And the Ravager turret, a longer range, medium to long range, burst fire turret that will shred through just about any medium-sized to small target. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this with us. There are 3 to 4 phantoms in this area, and they are very deadly for how weak we are. You do not want to mess with them. So what we're going to do is we're going to set up our turret, and then we will lure them into our turret. And the turret will kill them for us. Well, we stun them with the stun gun. So what I recommend you do is that you go into that corner over there as soon as you can. There's under random radiation. Pull your turret and try to get the attention of one of the phantoms. There are 2 or 3 down here, one more somewhere else. 61's down there by the shuttle bay. Enemies can see a lot further, they're a lot more attentive. They're just better visibility all around. And they have... Here they come. Alright. That's 2 down. There should be a 3rd one somewhere. So be careful. Get myself a recycling grenade, which is perfect, because I'm going to use this right now. And that stupid thing. So be careful. There is still another phantom out there. And there he is. Get ready to stun him as soon as he comes right in the corner. Alright, that's most of them. There could still be one more, so be very, very careful. Alright, and this is the new barrel type that damages you. It does not do damage, but it prevents you from using any Typhon powers. Okay? And don't forget about these things. Any of these things, fire alarms that have a red light, means you can whack them 3 times to get some resource out of them. Alright. So, let's keep making our way up towards the our office. So that way we can save as soon as possible. Alright, there are a lot of mimics here, so remember to set up a turret. Trigger the mimics. They did a lot of damage there. As you can see, mimics are not to be messed with anymore. Alright, so there are four. There are four phantoms. That is okay. So, now that all the mimics are dead, let's get up to our office, save as soon as we can. Neither of these are actually mimics. I'm not sure what went on with that. Alright. So, we got another turret up here. Very good. The good old ballistic turret. Set up. Okay, just a mimic. Alright, and as soon as you enter, it should autosave. If it doesn't autosave, you can stand right here, and you can manually save, which I will do so now. Manual save 20 minutes in. That's important.
Welcome back. This has been your home for the last 3 years. The video should be on your workstation.
Alright, so we'll leave these turrets out here to cover our backs. Well, we loot our office. Check our safe, there's some good stuff in there. Let's go recycle all of our junk. Got a key card for our suite. Pick up all the junk. And let's recycle it. So, for the early game, I would suggest that you recycle any extra weapons that you have. Later on, you are going to want to dismantle them for parts. Parts can be very, very useful. And a somewhat limited supply once you get repair. So make sure that you collect them. Alright, regularly save as often as you can. Alright. So, the first Neuromod that I suggest that you get would be hacking. Or, sorry, suit modification. Inventory space is imperative. You run out very quickly, especially since you're looting everything that you possibly can. So having a little bit extra space is very, very useful. Alright. Next thing from here, I would recommend that you rush repair 2, so that way you can repair your turret. Again, for the early game, the turrets are going to be most of the fighting done for you. Alright. Also, something that's related to something I'm about to tell you is that Neuromods can no longer be crafted at all, period. Alright. Instead, what you have is an assassination quest, which you do from here. You click this button, a random enemy will spawn in. When you kill that, it'll give you some good loot, and your reward for the actual quest will be inside of your safe. So make sure you do these pretty often. The further your target is from you, the more rewards you get.
Hello, Morgan. Tough day, right? If I'm talking to myself, it must be. Your memory's shot full of holes, I know. I'm sorry, but it's permanent. So the first thing you need to know is you can trust January. It's an operator, a sort of backup of you and me. It knows what you've forgotten. We've been testing a new kind of neuromod based on the Typhon organisms, mapping their neural patterns onto ours. Problem is, when you uninstall a neuromod, it resets your memory back to the moment you first put it in. That's why you forget. There's supposed to be a process that brings you back up to speed between test runs. But someone could just skip that part, turn a single day into your entire life. Well, that's exactly what Alex did. The question is, why? You're not going to like what I have to say next.
to explain everything in person. For now, just... Damn it. I have to go. Just sit tight. Please.
Alright. So, that's our video. In the crafting, yes, there's a laser assault rifle. And as you can see, we have no licenses remaining, so we have to go out and find more.
Sorry, Morgan. Alex cut us off from the Looking Glass servers. Time to improvise.
So, for the weapon upgrade kits, I recommend upgrading the stun gun pretty early. Specifically the power. So you have longer stun time and does more damage to electrical enemies. And the shots to save ammo. This isn't just more shots per magazine. This is more shots per ammo, basically. You use up less ammo.
I suggest you search Dr. Calvino's workshop in the hardware labs. He invented the Looking Glass technology. You might find a way to restore the server connections there. I'm looking for another way to help you in the meantime. Good luck.
Let's save real quick. And then we'll head out. Alright. So, probably wondering where the medical keycard is. A lot of the quest items have a random spawn location now. So, it can spawn in the original location, it can spawn by the fabricator, looks like electronics, it can spawn outside the security station, on a bench. I have a almost complete list on the Steam guide, so there may be more spots that I don't know about, but you can definitely check the written guide for more information where they can spawn. So, like I said, there is a second event that comes up. And what that event is that 4 to 5 chameleon phantoms, yes, chameleon, they are almost completely invisible, will spawn in from the shuttle bay and will attack you. So we need to prepare for that as soon as possible. So the way we do that is we're going to gather up all the explosive canisters that we can find, and we will place them in front of the door. And through some saving, trial and error, we will kill all the chameleon phantoms. So that happens about an hour into our playthrough. We are 26 minutes in, so we got plenty of time. But we're going to make sure that we set up for it. Make sure to hit the lounge. There's plenty of food here, which means plenty of healing. Alright. Now, it does take away everywhere space, which is why I recommended that your inventory is the first thing you get. But, again, this is the main way that you're going to be healing.
On my way where?
Octavia, didn't you see the alert? We're supposed to muster.
Listen, it's really sweet that you're worried about me, but we've had alerts before, and I've got 3 more of these glorified vacuum cleaners to fix before my shift is over. Oh, make that 4. Someone dropped off another. God, these things are junk.
I don't think this is a drill, Octavia. I'm sending you the code. Please, come to the escape pods right now.
So again, always listen to the messages. That's a phantom there. I do not like that. Let's run up to our office real quick. Sounds like he died, but can't be sure. Is this a phantom? Not exactly sure what happened. Doesn't sound like he died. But the turrets are still up. Could be hiding in our office for all we know. Alright. Alright, there's a phantom out there. And yes, also, I forgot to mention that any loading points, so like here to Shuttle Bay, to Psychotronics, Neuromod Division, or Hardware Labs, enemies can wander through randomly. So a random only phantoms. That random phantom can spawn in from one of those points and start wandering around. So if you want to clear an area, it's not entirely safe just yet. So let's take one of these down with us. and we will begin setting up for the incursion of chameleon phantoms. They're scripted to spawn in. Fortunately, that is a lot of radiation down there. It's a good thing that we have plenty of recycling grenades. So we'll throw one of those down there. We got all three. That is very nice to see. Yeah, we'll get the voltaic phantom in there. And we will just place down caster just like that. And we got another cool grenade. The EMP charge, very good against him. So let's collect all this material. He's gonna try and shoot at us, so be careful. He can shoot through those. So make sure you keep an eye out. It's walking by, shouldn't be an issue, but if you stand still, you might have a shot. So there should be another mimic up here. Around this area. Let's collect all these flowers. I have noticed that for the roaming enemies, most of them spawn from the hardware labs, but that doesn't mean they can't spawn from other places, but just the vast majority do spawn from up there.
Dr. DeVries promises to make them as quick and painless as possible.
Let's grab all these flowers. Got a lot of organic material, which is great. And the other explosive barrels. I believe there's one up here. You're going to want about, again, 3 to 4 explosive barrels or so. Oh god, those are all mimics. Alright, also, time does not stop while you're in the weapon wheel. It only slows down, so be very careful. We're going to lower the mimics into here, or they will be shot to death. So that's 1. There's 2 and 3. So let's go ahead and save, recycle everything since we're up here. The nice thing about eating food is that it always eats the lowest amount of food that you have, inventory-wise. So I have one of these cookies and 7 of these glucosists. I will eat those last and eat the cookies first before. So eating frees up inventory space, which is very nice. I didn't realize so many mimics had survived that area, which was unfortunate. Almost got me killed. So far we are deathless. And before these chameleon phantoms come in, you're going to want to make sure that you get the pistol. So that way you can actually detonate all of these explosive canisters. So we'll just throw that there. More stuff that we can. I think we're actually going to go get the pistol now, before we forget, and then it's too late. Yeah. So right here is a keycard spawn. We didn't get it this time, but it can be there. Drinking does heal you, but it gives you a little bit of radiation, so be careful. Well, let's go place this down, save, and get the pistol. So a little bit of healing. A little bit of radiation never hurt. So we'll save. I'm just going to make a manual save here. And then we'll open this. There should be a phantom in here somewhere. So let's open this. The turrets take care of the mimics to save on resources. Yeah, come at me, bro. Come at me, bro. Got another good hit. We'll take this pistol, or we lock the door. Keep out any phantoms. Yeah, and then we'll go back and save. Yeah. So I like to arrange my inventory in a certain way. Move the glue gun over there, put the pistol there. And I don't like having grenades on my hotbar. No, let me just do a little quick save. And then we can go down and prepare more for the incursion. And just loot everything a bit more as well. So let's check out the mimic room as well. There's a few mimics in that room over there, so we'll go there next. Oh, check all these trash cans. Always got some good loot in them. Shotgun shells. You can get here early by opening this up. I'm not sure what you really get for this. There's nothing really in here. Just a safe that hints hacking. But you can get in here early. Alright, so this room has a few mimics in it. And has a bunch of explosive canisters this time. So we're gonna trigger the mimics. And hopefully they will all kill themselves with the explosive barrel. The mimics are much faster. Alright, they dodge a lot more. And like I said, they do more damage. Kind of hoping they would have detonated that, but whatever. Alright, there's a phantom shooting at me from somewhere. Not quite sure from where, but he's trying to shoot at me. Oh, and that is a solar phantom. He does radiation damage, as well as some physical. But for the most part, it does only radiation. And so, therefore, he is the easiest phantom to deal with. Alright, so right here is another potential keycard spawn for the medical bay. Right there on the floor is where it is this time. That is also a respawn location. And that is where it has chosen to spawn. Here is a second dead drop. Got a Neuromod into size, which is really nice. I think we're going to go back and save now. Before we lose too much progress. We're running a little bit low on food, fortunately. Dump all our garbage in there. And let's see what we can craft. Mill bullets, we need those. Oh, we found a portable turret fabrication. That's very useful. Those are very rare. So definitely hold on to those when you get them. We have some radiation. All you know, ailments for like these things that have to do with traumas, I would recommend keeping at least 2 of them on you at all times, maybe 3, because having a trauma is a very, very bad thing, especially when the bone breaking one and the bleeding one are probably the worst. All right, everything else I think we're good. We got plenty of turrets in here. I would save the turret for another area that has less turrets. You can see what enemies you expect to fight, what turrets there are, any weapons in my rating guide. Alright, for here we just have these 3 turrets. The flame turret, And then these two guys. So let's see how far along we are. We're 40 minutes, so we're approaching the incursion. Let's keep preparing. And keep looting. Yeah, so crafting has gone up, and the amount that you get for crafting has gone down. So scavenging is going to be your main way of income of resources. So let's explore the bathrooms. It gets gone, unfortunately. Make sure we have a note, listen to every voicemail. Listen to every transcribe. Yeah, I mean, what came out of nowhere. Got our glue gun. It's cool. I think I'll dismantle this one for parts. I think I'm gonna... Oh, I can't. We have some radiation, so I'm perfectly fine with taking radiation for healing. So, we'll go ahead and use one. Get rid of our radiation. And continue on healing. I think we need one more of these exclusive canisters, and I think we'll be good. Then we can wait for these guys to hop in.
Good morning, Talos. Breakfast served in the cafeteria until 9 a.m.
Okay, that's the voltaic phantom I saw. I thought the chameleon phantoms had spawned in. Got scared for a moment. Alright, so let's go save. And then I think we will just wait for them. So they're about 10 minutes away or so. One more. I think we can get the shotgun. Let's go get the shotgun. We do have a recycling grenade and an EMP grenade, so should be able to deal with the voltaic phantoms somewhat easily. Let's hope that this is not blocked off like it was last time. Alright, that is actually pretty new. I actually have not seen that before. That is very new to me. I think we can sneak above it. So this, I believe, is a corrupted turret. They are enemy turrets. They're on the Typhon's team, so Typhons will not attack them. And they will only attack you. They also, unfortunately, cannot be hacked. They are a hacking level of 5. So, we will get that up. Yeah, hacking level of 5, so... And we will just beat the crap out of this turret. Alright. So, unfortunately, I am bleeding. So anytime I jump, sprint, or do just about anything, I will take damage. And unfortunately, I do not have anything to heal this with. So, and we cannot get the key card yet. So this is very, very unfortunate. Maybe we found a crafting item for it, but I don't think so. I'm bleeding all over the place. Perhaps a medkit would help? No? We will have to find one or hopefully craft one. It does not look like it. So, this has just become a lot harder since I cannot sprint, jump, or do just about anything without taking damage. Also, I take additional damage, so a single hit could probably kill me at this health. How far are we? We're 15 minutes away. Alright. That was an unfortunate ambush. Hopefully I can jump up here without taking damage. Nope. Can't even mantle. And we are running out of food. So what I do is I like to drop down here. Grab the shotgun that's off of here. And you can hide under this desk. Hopefully it comes a bit closer so that we can shotgun blast it. If not, we'll have a little peekaboo battle. It'll probably one-hit me if I'm not careful. So, we'll just peek at it. Keep damaging it, you know. I don't want to throw a recycling grenade over there because there's some pretty valuable stuff in it. However, I do believe EMP grenades do damage now. So we will try that. Alright, I was wrong. However, that should give us an opportunity to get up close. Shotgun blast it a few times. And get some extra damage in with the shotgun. And it has died. There are some neuromods back here. That was what I was afraid of accidentally recycling. So here's where we can unlock saving for a limited amount of time. The code is 0526 or 5260, but nope, we got it. Here's the null wave. This one does do damage. I don't know what was going on with that mimic, but it's dead now. Alright. So hopefully we have found a fabrication plan for the bullet hole bleeding trauma. And we can use that to, heal us. And we are officially out of food. This has actually never happened before. I think this one was getting a bit harder since I played it last. So things are not looking good. Alright. We're about 10 minutes away, so I'm gonna recycle all my stuff. Hopefully craft a thing to help me out here. I'll put that not nowhere yet. Please, Lord. Nope. Fortunately, I cannot. So we will have to get to a medical operator. For now, we will go downstairs and prepare for the chameleon invasion. And I will see you guys when they show up. Right. So I'm back. So yeah, they showed up as I went to go save, and I got ambushed, and I died. So we are now back. It is a few minutes away. I have determined that it is 55 minutes. Yeah, I saved right at 55, and as I was going back downstairs, they showed up. So yes, 55 minutes is when they appear. You can also tell that they are around if you hear the same noise that the poltergeist makes. So if you hear that sound, either a poltergeist or a chameleon phantom is nearby. So we will prepare for these guys. They will show up any minute now. Our previous save was at 52 minutes. Been here for about 2 minutes now. They should show up just about any second. So also, I'm not sure how, but that silver phantom that we saw before managed to kill himself. Maybe he ran into an explosive can and detonated it somehow. We will sit right here and we will wait for them to spawn in. And there they are. And that is how you do it. I don't believe there are any more. And yeah, they dropped some pretty good loot. Alright, let's head back up. Hopefully we got a fabrication plan for the wound dressing. Get rid of this bleeding would be very, very nice before we go to hardware labs. There are lovely turrets here. If you don't want to ambush them, you could bring them to your turrets, but there are quite a lot of them. Your turrets may not be able to do it, but maybe it's a little easier than just sitting there the entire time. Alright, and let's see. Yep, 56 minutes. So 55 minutes into your playthrough, they will show up. Skeleton repair kit, not quite what we want. That's annoying. Let's make some more bullets. We're gonna need those. Keeping purple turret. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Let's make some more shotgun. We only have 10 rounds there. Doesn't take up metal, which is nice. Alright. I think we are good to go. So we're actually gonna clear this top level. We're gonna go over there to the office. Well, we will get the bolt caster and some more neuromods. We've got plenty of food from that as well, which is very nice. Okay, so this little phantom didn't kill himself, but you know, he's still there. Not being able to sprint is just the worst, man. And he is gone. Let's collect that loot. Got a weapon upgrade kit, that's huge, so let's save before we lose it. I think I'm gonna put some into the stun gun again. I wouldn't really recommend putting any into the pistol or shotgun right away, as there are better variants to put them in. However, I will put one in the glue gun. Actually, no. Glue gun on its own, I think it's pretty good. We'll upgrade the weapon efficiency. Use up less glue to glue up enemies. And we have 6 neuromods, so I think we're going to take repair 1. We can fix gravity shafts, fabricators, and recyclers of spare parts. And we can also repair damaged weapons, which is huge. And all we need is 7 more.
I knew you would pick that.
Save our game, and continue on. This is new territory, so always be careful. Never know if the phantom's hiding in the corner. They do like to actually hide. They'll duck down into a corner. At least that there. Yeah, look there. Lucky there. Woo! Explosive canisters. Another best friend. You got lots of best friends in here. It's a bit of radiation damage, that's okay. Man, he hit us 3 times in a row, that's annoying. Could use up my other radiation thing, huh? And he's gone. So yeah, they really like to spawn from hardware labs, and then, you know, they don't have very much area to walk through with that door locked. I do recommend that you keep the door locked at all times while you're in your office. So walk through here, some spare parts. More explosive canisters. Again, best friends. Alright, and we'll go this way and we will get the neuromods that are back here. As well as the boltcaster. So, I think this phantom left. But you can never be sure. He has in fact not left. Don't turn around. Don't turn around. Alright. So we got lucky there. Usually sneaking up on phantoms in this mod is very, very difficult. And there should be a... Yeah, there's another mod, so there should also be a mimic here as well. So we will have to be careful with that. I was, in fact, not careful. Alright, here's where we get the boltcaster. A very useful thing. I don't like to have it on a hotbar, but having it at all is huge. Alright, so we're gonna go back and save, and then I think that's it for the lobby. We will continue on to hardware labs in the next episode. So I will see you there. Goodbye for now.